Okay guys, and welcome to this demo video on my competitor spy n8n workflow. So this workflow is built to scrape the Facebook or Meta ad library for all of your competitors' ads, so you can search for keywords, search for specific niches or areas that you want to look for the ads in. So whatever your business is running ads in itself, you want to search for that, and then what it's going to do is it's going to run it through this workflow, which will filter for the type of ad, whether it's video, image, or text. And from there, it will analyze, figure out what's working, how they've built the ad, and then it's going to recreate it and repurpose it for you and your own brand. So let's just jump straight into how this runs. All right, so we're going to start off by jumping straight into the Meta ad library. So I've just picked a random search of necklaces just for demonstration purposes, but you're going to perform your search, add your filters, and then copy that URL at the top. This URL is just going to go straight into our first HTTP node that's going to call to Appify. All right, so once we've got our URL in there, the next step of the workflow is going to filter for a few extra fields. So we want to go with the most successful ads that we can find. We want to regenerate those winning ad copies. So it's going to filter the page for its likes, and it's going to make sure the type of content we are looking for is actually present and readable within our search. So before we go any further in the workflow, we're going to make sure those two things are present. So we are going to recreate the best copy that we can. So to show you guys the text path first, so if we find a text ad, so no image or video is present, it's a pretty simple flow for this one. So it's just going to, initially it's going to send all that information into an OpenAI model, which is going to summarize it, and then it's going to basically recreate the ad copy and repurpose it for your use case. It'll then add it to a sheet, and then it's just going to loop back round and complete the next one. All right, so moving on to the image ads. So for this one, what it's going to start off with is going to take the competitor image that it's found. It's going to convert it to a file so we can then upload it into OpenAI, and there the language models can analyze the image and then generate a summary of what it's seen in that image and what's working and how it's been structured by your competitor. It will then also add it to a sheet, so you're going to keep it for your own records. It's going to wait a brief period of time just to make sure we don't have any issues when we come to generating or too many requests for the model. And then it's going to basically send it back into OpenAI using the DALLE model to then recreate that image based on the summary it outputted just before. All right, so moving on to the video ads part of the flow. It gets a little more complicated. A few more tools are used in this section. Basically, it's going to start by downloading the competitor's video. It's going to upload it to your drive, and then we're going to use Gemini to upload it and actually analyze the video for all of its pain points, all of its hooks, the way they've structured it. So then we can pass it through to our other models, which will then generate our prompt. So the OpenAI is going to generate the prompt, and then our next section will be the video generation. So for the video generation, we are using a Google VEO3 preview model through GCS, so Google Cloud Service. So if you don't have an account, you'll need to create an account there. They give you a free trial for 90 days and $300 worth of credit. So it's quite a good use that you can get from the free trial. But basically, it's going to send your request to the VEO3 model. It's going to wait until it's found that request has been completed and then stored within your Google Cloud Storage bucket. So you're going to need to set all of that up. But once you make the call, it will just automatically upload your video into the Cloud Storage bucket. Now, the next portion is going to be using Creator-Mate. So we want our format to fit the social media platform. So VEO3 does not support our 9:16 formats. We're going to need to send it into Creator-Mate, which is going to basically add captions and crop it to that correct formatting. Now, as it sits in our bucket currently, the URL will not be able to be read by Creator-Mate. So we need this small little piece of code in the middle here that's going to basically change the prefix of the URL from GS to our actual storage bucket URL. So that way when it's passed into Creator Mate, it's actually going to have a readable video and it can actually generate and format that video. Final step after Creator Mate, once we've got our captions, once we've got it formatted, it's going to download the video, and I've got it set up so it just texts me the video on Telegram. So I'll get a little notification from Telegram, I'll click on it, and I'll have my fully ready to use video popping up in the chat. All right, so let's execute this flow. I'm going to show you guys a few different examples, going to generate a couple videos, an image ad as well. So we're going to just start with our necklace search from the beginning. I'm going to leave it as it is. We're just going to click execute the workflow, and I'm going to leave that just to run in the background. It doesn't really take more than a couple of minutes to run through the entire flow from start to finish, even when it is a video generation, so it's really, really fast. But yeah, we'll just leave that to run, and I will show you guys the finished output once it's come back.
Summer mood, bold color, big vibes. Shop the look, save big. Tap now.
Okay, so showing you guys another example. I've just searched t-shirts, very broad, but it's just a demo just to show you guys how this works. So we're going to run this again, and it's going to go through our image flow. Now, as you can see, it has generated an image. Now, images with text, as I'm sure you guys are aware, aren't the best sometimes with AI. So it's best to probably use these on images that don't contain too much text. But as you can see, it's a pretty decent generation or recreation of an ad copy just from a simple click. And we'll just go through one more example just to show you a bit of a different use case. So we're going to search up motorbikes here, and I'm going to let this run. So it's running down our video generation stream. So we're going to get a video output, and I will show you guys the returned result once it comes back.
Fast emotos, factory direct, low MOQ, tons of models. Get your quote now. Let's roll.
All right, guys, so there you can see the different examples and use cases. Now, AI isn't always perfect. You may have to run this a few times. It may not always generate exactly what you want, but AI is constantly improving. There are other models as well. If you guys have other subscriptions, you can always switch out those API calls to your specific platforms that you are using for more high quality, better renders. But as you can see, the general principle is there. It's going to scrape all of the winning components of your competitors' ads, and it's going to, within minutes, recreate your own copy that you're going to be able to repurpose for your own brand.